So obviously we've talked a lot about Marathon. Marathon is kind of like the topic of debate right now, whether it's successful, whether they should delay it, whether there's a huge scandal, whether Sony is intentionally, cratering the game. All that stuff is fun to talk about. It's a good time. But there's another game that seems to be coming out at a similar time that is going to compete directly with it in the extraction shooter genre. And they just dropped this. Let's see. Just so you know, Embark, same studio that made The Finals. And The Finals is that kind of competition or competitive shooter that has fully destructible environments and stuff where like you can collapse entire buildings on top of teams while pushing objectives and stuff. It's really cool. So Embark is a very capable team. I think they're former Battlefield devs.
Pretty intense, but I brought something for you.
Where'd you find all these things?
You're in there, you know.
Did you run into Ark?
I did, and I watch out
Raiders.
for them, but they're the least of my problems.
Oops.
All the raiders I've met say the same thing. You cannot control what happens up there. But you can decide how you deal with it.
Hey, Raider!
They're doing a tech test. April 30th through May 4th. Ooh, baby. Wowza canowza. So if you're interested, you can sign up. I think it looks solidly enough. These types of games, I think it's so crucial to get feedback early and often. Early and often. Do play tests, get feedback on gunplay, get feedback on the aesthetic, the UI, the loadouts, the builds, everything. Like you get that feedback, you deal with it, you fix it, you improve it before you launch. Easy money. Apparently that's kind of scandalous to say now. But this is going to be head to head. They've already said that they're going to have like an alpha or a proximity chat thing. Have they said? I think they've said it's free. Have they said if it's free to play? I don't actually know. Does anybody know? Maybe not. Hold on. Let's see. Executive producer on Arc Raiders. We announced this. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get into it. First thing, launch 2025 on Steam. Non-cloud streaming. GeForce Now. Okay. Opportunities for experience. We're making an important change to our business model. You may recall Arc Raiders was announced as a free-to-play game. Today, we announced that Arc Raiders will be released as a $40 premium title. There are many reasons for this change, but they all boil down to our conviction that a premium business model is a better fit for the type of game we're building. A premium model allows us to create a more focused, balanced, and engaging action survival experience. Okay. So they're going to be going likely head-to-head at 40 against Marathon at 40 is my guess. They haven't confirmed the price for Marathon, but I'm guessing 40. And that's a big I'm very interested to see how this plays out. They're going head-to-head. Granted, one is like third person, one is first person. But I also think with extraction shooters specifically, the reason that they feel justified in doing this is because there's a problem with rage quitting in games like these that they don't want to deal with. And it's basically just that when you have a game that has a lot of really high highs and low lows emotionally, if it's free, you get the people that immediately force close, alt F4 the game, shut it down, rage quit, and move on. It's like a major problem, I think. But if somebody paid $40 for it, they're less likely to do that. And they're more likely to play 2, 3, 4 rounds before they get into it. But I think with something like this, all they have to do big open betas. That helps. Tech tests help. And I think also even like a demo, you get like an hour access or 2 hour access and give people the opportunity to try it before they put the money up. I think that's the key. They expected Marathon to be like that Battlefield 4 reveal where people went crazy for it, but it ended up just being just over a Concord level of interest. I mean, I think the difficulty is when they started working on these, extraction shooters were very, very rare. So there was a lot of hope that, they could stand out by being the extraction shooter. But what's happening now is that all of these extraction shooters are coming out at the exact same time, or pretty close to it. Just today, we looked at Hunger, which is the new extraction shooter from the team that made Hell Let Loose. Arc Raiders, which is from the Finals devs. Marathon, which is coming from Bungie. And these are all extraction shooters. And I guarantee you, in the next 18 months, 2 years, you're going to hear about a lot more extraction shooters. This is just the new trend. And it's already getting kind of tiresome. And they're really, again, I think that extraction shooters are just more of a niche than a lot of these publishers think they are. And there's only so many extraction shooter players. I think that's the problem. Like, there's only so many. And I don't think people who are really into Marvel Rivals are going to just magically connect with an extraction shooter. Now, it's going to come down to which games are best, which games have the features players want, the better loot, the better post-launch support. It's going to come down to that stuff. They'll probably all have pretty solid gunplay. They'll graphically look pretty good, have their own art styles and that type of thing. So that stuff won't matter as much. But I think, well, it matters a lot, but they'll get the fundamentals down. All these devs are talented and they know what they're doing there. But it's going to come down to which game has staying power, and that is defined by post-launch support, the progression, that type of thing. But I think Arc Raiders does seem to have a lot of potential. And I think that the trailers I've seen for Arc Raiders seem to present a lot more content and dynamism and dynamics than I've seen for like Marathon. Marathon, I've played that game at this point probably around 25 to 30 hours across the studio playtest and then what I've had with access to the alpha. And after 25-30 hours, I kind of feel like I've seen everything the game has to offer. Like, I haven't gotten a bunch of legendary stuff. And even if I did, I don't think I would bring it into matches because I'm scared of losing it. So I'll just keep it and hoard it, you know? So I feel like I already have seen everything that game has to offer, and it's not even out yet. That's the problem. With Arc Raiders, it seems like there's a lot more dynamics with like the bots and the androids. You see these gigantic mechs that come and attack you. These arcs. That seems interesting. The verticality with the grapple hooks and stuff, that seems interesting. So there seems to be a lot more going on in Arc Raiders, it seems. But I think the playtests is probably where we'll find that out. But okay, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. Go sign up for the playtest. Do it.